What it do, what it is, what it is, what it do. It's your boy Red 5. And you know I'm rocking with the one and only super clean, sometimes mean, that one and only S. Dot Supreme. You know?
What's up, y'all?
And we bring to your attentions no
No
distractions,
distractions, real
real
shit
shit only.
only.
And you know this a podcast where we talk about nothing
Nothing
but
but
the
real
real
shit.
shit. Why they out here trying to distract your dumb ass, huh? Hey, we're gonna jump into it. First segment, you know, that's the catch up. We're gonna talk about our week, what happened, what's going on, and what we doing. Me, my week, like I say every week, is busy. If it's not busy, that means I ain't doing nothing right. But it's been busy as hell. I've been catching up on a lot of music and a lot of things that's going on within my city and within my inner circle. Um, Kind of a stressful week as far as roles in the family and stuff like that. So what takes me away all the time is music. And what really been getting me going this week, sir? That's
What?
that. What been really getting me going was this motherfucking K Dot album. Man, I'm talking about fire, fire,
Hmm.
fire. Motherfucking Mr. Moral and that damn Big Stepper. That shit hard. I
Yeah.
cannot stop listening to it. I don't know why, but I feel like he made that album for me. I just feel like that shit is very fire. And on top of that, I've been, tuning into my peoples as well. My boy, also Gotti, man, turning up in this bitch. Also
Mhm.
Gotti Los Bands, check him out. Going crazy. My man's the motherfucking chief of Tennessee and making this shit be known. That shit hard. Video shoot going on today. Shot a couple more videos last week. Boy going in. I'm gonna tip my hat and salute to my buddy. You know what I'm saying? We making it do what it do when it's time to do it. What's going on
Okay.
with your week though, Miss Supreme?
Man, I got pulled over this week and was
What?
racially profiled by the police, man. But I don't know if it was because they was doing that sting or whatever, but it was all right because like you said, music is a huge outlet.
Right.
And for me, I'm definitely gonna roll with the Kendrick Lamar album for sure. I've been
For
banging.
sure.
Um
Two for K Dot.
yes, Count Me Out,
That's my shit.
Masterpiece.
That's like my go-to one right there.
Yeah, like it's just a great work of art. And it's
Silent Hill hard
and what
too.
I want to give and I think it's so weird how people have to how it has to and I'm a competitive person. So I know numbers is important it is to keep us accounting, for everything. But some people are going to listen to what they want to listen to and some people going so for people that like conscious rap, they're going to love this album.
Right.
For people that
Which
like
I feel is real rap, like
yeah,
real lyrical shit going on. Lyrical content, man. The vocabulary, like I love that
all
shit.
that,
It's
all
not no
that.
regular shit. It's some real shit to get you thinking, or make you get in your feelings, or touch base to what you got going on in your life right then and there.
And I think but because when you said you feel like he made that album for you, imagine how many black men feel like that and how many black men needed somebody to say this type of stuff. Mr. Morale reminds me of Jay-Z's 444 mindset.
Oh,
When
okay.
he opened up and let himself be exposed and like show how
Yeah,
his family is his everything, those two is
I
he's at
feel
that
that.
point.
I
He
didn't even think of that, but that's dope.
what you
Like
know
I
I'm
feel it, but I
yeah.
feel like Kendrick is more like Jay Z was more so on a me thinking into the future,
Mhm.
and K Dot was more so on me right now,
Mhm.
what I got going on right now,
Mhm.
or what probably happened in the past. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Healing.
Yeah, it's like Jay Z that
He had
444.
kind of healed a little bit more already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not the Jay Z 444. I feel like was more so like putting you up on game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like teaching you some shit. Like,
They
and that's
both did
what
the
it really
same thing.
was.
They both did the same thing. They both because Jay Z was talking about credit,
Yeah,
the Picasso. I mean the
he
pain
was
that he
talking about some
had,
shit
all of those
that
different
make
things.
you
But
think
that was
about your
education.
future.
But that makes you think about your. But at the end of the day, his point was that you can have all that shit together, but nobody still wins when the family feuds.
Yeah,
So you got to learn how to balance that shit on top of being a father, on top of being a husband, on top. He was teaching about having your chakras to get like the
yeah,
being woke and like hit in his East Coast perception.
Right.
But and then, like you said, like look, Kendrick Lamar kind of had, he's kind of still going through his, he's kind of in a slightly different phase from it, but
He's
he's
going
he's going
through.
through the same.
I feel
He's
like
trying to keep the
his was
same
more so,
realm. I feel like, and
being
he
the
got that
younger
West Coast
man.
LA vibe,
Yeah, but being a
Cali
younger
vibe.
man
Yeah.
trying to figure out life, new parenting, all this other shit that's going on. Pop me, I took it as if figuring out being the fucking oldest or the leader of the fucking family type shit. Cause you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like, I care about everybody. I put myself last. Like that shit was really dope. Like bringing,
Family
shining
dynamics
light.
is deep,
And
bro.
then what I feel like was like
And they both
pure.
had an album about, and they both had a song. I'm sorry not to cut you off, but they both had a song about a woman being, or a subject matter being a woman being a dyke, or a
Oh yeah,
stud, or
yeah, yeah.
it's so, it was so, the similarities,
And what
like
was dope
Kendrick is
to
getting to
me
that
though
point
was
though,
like the fucking
and it's,
the artistry of the thing of his album of
yes,
K Dot album
yes,
was that what was it? We Cry
yeah,
Together.
yeah, we cry together.
Oh my
That shit
goodness.
almost made me cry. That
Nah,
song, man.
that shit had me hype. I'm like, this shit's so hard. Like, dude,
Man,
and that bitch, they going back
he
and forth.
literally spoke
And I
to us.
like how he turned old girl, what's her name? Taylor? Forgot her last name. I apologize, Taylor, but I know her name is Taylor. But man, she went so ham on that damn album. She went hard as fuck.
Yes.
And it seemed like she was like a female Kendrick at that point. Like the voice switch up.
Taylor Page.
Taylor Page. Yes, sorry, Taylor Page. But man, Taylor killed that shit. Like, give her a props. She went crazy on
She
there.
snapped.
She
She shot,
snapped. And I
man,
like how he
literally.
gave her the shine. Like, look, this your time. You about to perform on this platform.
Do your thing. Do
When you
your
get your
thing.
time to shine, what M say? This is your
Move,
moment.
move. You should
You want to remember
lose yourself in
in
the
the
moment.
music.
Lose
Lose
yourself
yourself
in
in
the
the
music.
music.
The moment.
You want it.
I was just talking. Speaking of, man, one of the classic. Uh, and also dope. Put Anthrax on that Tampax and smack you
Superman.
till you can't stand. Like,
Superman. That's
who
my
thinks
shit.
of that? Put Anthrax
On a
on a
Tampax
Tampax
and
and
slap
smack you
you till
till
you
you
can't
can't
stand.
stand.
Bitch, you just blew your chance. Don't
Didn't
mean
mean
to
to
ruin
ruin your
your
plans.
plans. But
I
I do
do
know
know
one
one
thing
thing
though.
though.
Bitches, they come, they go.
What?
Saturday, Sunday,
Emma's
Monday.
always Emma. I think Emma's a classic for sure that you can never get lose.
That's why
Like,
I like Kendrick though. That's why I like Kendrick, J. Cole. Like Kendrick is more on the M status to me. Cause he really like don't give a fuck what nobody think. He's a
hmm,
perfectionist. Like he had us waiting on this album for fucking how many years? I think like 4.
I think they said it's been 5.
Yeah, that shit is hard. That shit was worth it. Worth the wait for sure.
Yeah, so that's the shit that we been banging this week. That was our music for the week. Kept us going into the bullshit strike. Man, that fucking shooting at that school in Texas, man. I ain't even want to say nothing about it because it's so hard for me to talk about kids dying, man. That shit is crazy.
It is
It's
fucking
unfortunate.
yeah. I wouldn't know how to handle that. You know, um, that happening to me would have been crazy. But basically, what do you feel we can do? Could we do anything to actually stop this type of thing? Like that's really heartbreaking. Like I feel like as a parent, it's really hard because my kids are in elementary. Your daughter is in elementary now, so it really touch home to where we don't know what type of random act can happen to cause any type of harm to your family. Like that. I'm pretty sure that just really that hurt a lot of people. Like what was it? 19 kids,
I think it
three
was 19
adults.
kids.
Like that is terrible. Like nobody, you send your kids off to school, you're not expecting that to be the last day you're going to see your child. Like I tell my kids I love them every day, but before they go into school, give them a kiss, tell them I love them, give them a hug, give them their lunch, whatever. Every day I drop them off and I say I love you. But I'm pretty sure me on my end, I never think that that's the last time I'm gonna say I love them. I'm just saying I love them because I love them. I don't know why it's just automatic for me to say I love you whenever you leave my presence.
Right.
But I know nobody thought that that was gonna be the last time they're gonna say I love
That shit
you
is
to their
crazy.
loved one. And then the guy, you heard about what was this? I think their last name was Garcia. Mr.
Garcia, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Garcia had a heart attack like 2 days after his wife got killed
Kid
in
in
the
front.
shooting.
Wasn't it in front of him or something like that?
I don't think it was in front of him.
Oh,
I
she
don't
just
think
died.
she got killed at
Yeah,
the
at the
shooting.
shooting. Yeah, the
She was
teacher,
a teacher.
the lady. Yeah.
Like that's crazy. Like you never expect what could you never know what can happen.
It's so weird though, because there's so many different variations of the story. There were claims that there was a security guard on campus. There wasn't a security guard on campus. Some people saying that they were holding off, waiting on special forces, and then they weren't supposed to be waiting on special forces. It's so many different narratives of the story. It makes it hard for the people that has to grieve, that have to grieve. I can't imagine, because you will want answers if something just happened to your child.
Yeah,
But to send your child up to the school that day and then come back and then that your child not walk back up out that school alive, that is heart wrenching.
yeah, man.
But it's funny that you asked, because this guy made a post, and he was like, when he shared it, he was like, why would why do y'all keep saying y'all gonna pray for this man, these parents or whatever? You can't tell somebody that you're going to pray for them and think that that's going to solve something. And some people, it was a lot of different mixed views on it. But as a parent, you really don't. There's really nothing that nobody can do.
Yeah.
There's no answer. You can't bring that child back.
hmm Like going into something like that, me, I don't know how to handle the shit. And really, the way I handle certain situations like that, like death, I really don't want to be bothered. I appreciate it, but I really just, at this moment, at this point in time, I probably just want to be dark and sit in the dark, listen to some music, look at pictures.
But they, at the same time, there should have been a lot of. I feel like there should be more video footage that could clarify everything. Why was
What
he
could it
able?
clarify?
Because accountability, it has to be, this needs to be rectified, because they did a article and said that school, the same school, spent 17 like millions on their physical athletic, like athleticism extracurricular activities,
Mhm.
football, basketball, with wrestling, all of these different shit, and nobody's investing into the security of the children.
An
Metal
elementary
detectors
school
are
spent
like,
that much money on
oh yes.
what the hell they got going
And
on?
then they showed another, they compared it to another school that spent 400,000 on extreme, like these automatic locks that come on the door, like if there's a button that you push and it locks all of the doors automatically, and they're bulletproof locks for the doors. And then
That's dope.
there's this safety line that shows, for all the kids, in the event of emergency, all the kids have to run and flee behind this line, because they're out of the projection of the bullet if a shooter is at the door.
Right.
So even if he is, even if he is trying, he's out, he can't hit any children. And on top of that, that door is locked. These are the safety
That's
precautions that
smart.
we got to go through, because this is not the first time that something like this don't happen. So why is it that this we are just now, oh, this, it shouldn't have been able to happen? I feel like, in my opinion,
Yeah.
they said that from the time he walked into that school to the time he was gun, they responded, was 90 minutes. That's over an hour he was walking around that school. My friend said the same thing. Like, they don't even let us in the
Yeah,
school.
that's what I was about to say. Like, I can't even get in my door to school.
We can't
I
even
can't
get
get in
talking
my
about
son's
COVID
school.
precautions.
I can't get through nothing. I can't go in there and talk to the teacher. I gotta talk to the teacher outside, or you gotta come to the fucking office.
That's some bullshit,
It's
especially
crazy.
for us, because we didn't grow up in the area where we could be allowed in there. So my daughter just starting to the is getting into the age where she's going to class. She's When the pandemic happened, she was just starting school. So I've never had the experience of being able to record her in class,
Right.
come visit her in class. That's like, it's so many restrictions. But this motherfucker was allowed to be in the school for over an hour
Different schools, man.
strapped.
It was in another place.
That
I
doesn't
mean,
make
but
sense.
before then though, you could just walk into an elementary school before COVID. you could just walk into an elementary school or be on an elementary school campus without somebody thinking anything going on. Because nine times, like a lot of the times when there are shootings, it's not an elementary school. Like I don't know. I mean, don't quote me on this, but I don't think it was ever like an elementary school getting shot up. I think it was more so middle and high school. Because
It
normally it's
was
someone that attends the school that's doing the shooting. But in this case, it was a fucking 18-year-old dude, 18 or 19-year-old dude who I don't know what the fuck he was about to do in the beginning, but the car, crashed or whatever, and he walked to the school and was in the school for a minute before he even started shooting, which is fucking unacceptable.
ridiculous.
Like, how the fuck can you see somebody walking up in a school with no damn nothing and
Think it's
all he
okay.
got is a gun and he look young? Like,
Think it's okay.
what the fuck going on here? I'm gonna be like, bro, what you doing? Probably got shot, but I don't know, bro, what the fuck you doing? But crazy though, a dude got arrested. I forgot what school it was, but it was on grass shit, right?
Hmm.
He went to the school to pick up his kids, and he had his strapped and shit on them fucking AR-15, which probably was stupid after you just heard somebody getting shot. But coming from him, and as the mind of a parent, he's thinking like, "Oh, what
You
if
trying
this
to
would have
protect?
happened here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick my kids up with my shit." But he got arrested for the shit. But he got arrested as soon as they seen him with the strap. As soon as they seen him with the shit
Immediately.
on his goddamn neck or whatever, however he had it, as soon as they saw it, they attacked him.
Because technically, whether you have a CPL or not, I don't believe you're supposed to. You're not. I don't believe you're allowed on school grounds with it.
I don't know. I don't know about that part of the law, but you could walk around with a
If you
rifle.
open carry, yes, you can open carry, but you can't open carry on school grounds. You're not even supposed to open carry throughout the mall. You're not supposed to open carry through public places like with heavy populated people where there's children, women. You're not supposed to do that at all.
Right.
Whether you conceal it or not,
Yeah, that's crazy as hell.
unless
What
they've
do you
updated it.
think? Who's to blame? Who do you feel is to blame in reference to this? Is it the
I'm blaming the
school?
school system
Is
for
it the
sure.
Congress? I mean, is it who you feel is really to blame? You really feel like it's the school system?
I do, because regardless of what your interstate hasn't enforced, you still have the ability to do whatever you want to do and go whatever full extent of measure you want to protect them students,
Nah.
and then you do it,
I
and
feel
then you
that.
wait for them to throw a flag on the play like, oh,
Right.
well, hold on, you going too far.
I
But
feel
until then,
that,
I'm gonna
but
do everything that's in our
I
power.
feel that, but in the mindset of like the principal, the superintendent, or whoever was running that district, or whoever was running that elementary school. At the end of the day, it's an elementary school. People don't normally think like this because this is you're not thinking this is going to happen at this elementary school. You
I
get what
do.
I'm saying?
I think about that type of stuff all the time
At that
with my
time,
child.
people
The
still
minute
got their innocence. Those kids are still really not developed to think like a mass murderer. Like,
Yes, but the staff is supposed to, because they're adults. They've been exposed to sin and
but at
murdering
the end
and
of the
the
day, it's
reality of
elementary
what's
school.
happening.
Who's to blame to me is the fucking Congress, fucking the Senate, motherfucking America. Like, we can actually do something about this shit by actually doing a background check on motherfuckers that's trying to buy a gun.
But the guy
I
who did it,
brought
he didn't
multiple
even have a
guns.
mental health background. He didn't have any bad mental health background.
He made a post about some stupid goofy shit before this
Yes,
even
but that
happened.
doesn't check
But
out. That
that
doesn't.
can go into the background
Okay,
check.
you're saying keep
When
it.
it comes to a background check, we got to change how we're going to do it for certain things.
We got to
Like for a
update it.
job, okay, you're going through the regular criminal background check,
Okay,
okay, criminal shit, bam. But when it comes to buy a gun, they should go into other shit, look into motherfuckers' social media,
mhm.
look into
I
what
like that.
motherfuckers been talking about to
I like
see
that.
where they head at. First, this nigga was 18, and they should make it to where you can't buy a fucking handgun with a motherfucking credit card.
I like that.
Like you should be
You
able to.
shouldn't be able to
You
buy
shouldn't
a
be able to
handgun
buy.
with
This
a credit
guy
card.
went to go buy. This guy went online, brought the shit with a credit card, with a goddamn credit card. Motherfucking brought some shit that amount to. I would like to buy it, but shit, it costs a lot. When it comes to those, it depends on how many. The
Right,
extent of the clip and shit like
right.
that. So this
Well,
dude did it with a motherfucking credit card, got everything he needed. I mean, then this guy just have a you know crazy post about being very fucking depressed and talking about, killing people, and then he killed his grandmother before he even got there. So it's like we got to do better. Like, got to pay attention, do background checks on certain things, and make sure certain people don't get weapons that could cause harm to others. You
So
know,
you basically saying expand the background check criteria to
correct.
update like everything else has to do when it comes to the internet
Yes,
to catch up.
yes.
A lot of people though,
And maybe the person should be. Maybe they should up it to the age, up it to 21 and older, and able to purchase. I mean, like a regular handgun, maybe they should keep it how it is, but to purchase some type of, heavy artillery,
mhm,
machine gun or whatever, AR-15, anything that's like more so like a machine gun, semi-automatic.
yeah.
Um, they need to up that because we losing too many people to a lot of bullshit, and you're hurting people to things that could be prevented.
Well, I think that leads us to our next segment, which is the miseducation of niggas.
Mm-hmm.
This miseducation we're going to talk about this episode, you guys, are going to be good versus evil, praying versus spirituality, stuff like that. A lot of people will blame this incident on what would be called, like I said, God. Like some people believe, like, why is God, why are you letting this type of stuff happen? You know what I'm saying? To your kid, what are you gonna tell that parent? You know, just like that guy said, if what is praying gonna do for me? If it's not gonna bring my child back, I don't want it. I don't want it.
I mean, you get into that place when something like that happens. I mean, you can't really speak on those people because, I mean, I'm pretty sure we all would feel that way. I would feel that way, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I would feel like I probably wouldn't question like where was God when it happened, but if somebody come to me like everything happens for a reason, like what's the fucking is the reason behind this?
You ain't trying to hear that shit.
Yeah, I'm not trying to hear that shit. Like
Right.
I wouldn't lose my faith in God. I don't know. It's hard to speak on that. I can't even say that. I can't even honestly say I wouldn't lose or I wouldn't question God, but I wouldn't do it in public. Like that'd be something I'm dealing with within myself.
Internally.
Yeah,
I
but I
feel
won't
that.
be. I don't know.
But I
It's
think
hard
it's
to
kind
speak
of
on it.
not. See, but the thing about it is, you can't really tell. No, you can't tell anyone how to feel about anything, really. Whether it's their kids, whether it's their job, whether it's their possessions, whatever they feel. However, a person feels, they're entitled to feel that way. So we really not in a position to tell nobody how they should feel about something.
Right.
But I think how you react to it is really within your control.
Yeah.
Um,
But more so on the topic like spirituality versus what you say, spiritual
religion,
religions.
right?
Like one thing that ticks me off about that is when people hear me say I'm more so spiritual, they take it as if I don't believe in God.
Right,
And that really irritates me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, you're not listening to what I'm actually saying to you. Like,
right.
I'm believing God. I believe there's a creator. I may believe in a lot of things. But it's certain things I don't believe in, but that doesn't mean I don't believe in God. But the thing is, in certain religions, people partake in who God is different. Some
Yeah.
people will say, Christians will say something else. What Roman Catholic will say something different. I think when it all rounds up, we all believe in the same thing. We all believe there's a creator, but everybody got a different partake on who's
Partake
the
on it.
message or is.
I think it's like a little bit of what you said for sure. Cause, but then how people feel that don't know how to believe in prayer and stuff like that, their
Hmm.
opinions matter too. You can't tell someone that prayer is going to work for them when they haven't been educated on how to properly pray or what it really means or what the benefits of prayer really is.
Hmm.
Religion in itself has been taught in its in a for in an agenic from an agenda like point of view. You know, they teach it in an effort to you calculate and profit and get whatever outcome they want from whatever their goal is. So a lot of religion has been mistaught the same in a lot of ways.
A whole lot of ways. I mean, to me, what was the breaking point to me was like all my life I grew up in the church. My grandmother made us go to church. I was in church on Halloween, Christmas, Easter. New Year's Eve, like in that thing till like 2 in the morning. So I was brought up in the church for sure, and I believed in all that stuff until I started getting older and started thinking and really started trying to make sense out of things and learning more so about my culture, about our history, and a lot of this shit was forced upon people. You know what I'm saying? They took a lot
Yes.
of the stuff that we believed in and made it to where it was evil. You know, a lot of shit was turned into evil. Evil movies in the 70s and 80s.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to certain things, like a lot of stuff. I ain't gonna go too deep into shit, but
I just think that when we talk about, we don't have to talk about what is in the Bible and if you're gonna go to hell for this, if you're gonna go, like, it's not that simple. People, like that, the miseducation of religion, in my opinion, is that it's that simple and it has to be that square and you have to be this way. For me, spirituality and religion is super duper different.
mm,
Is But like I said, like the guy was like, I don't need you to pray for me. It's not that I would. So he has every right to feel like he doesn't want me to pray for him.
right.
Feelings doesn't. It's not like they don't matter, but that doesn't have to stop me from praying for him still. That doesn't have to stop me from believing that the prayer is going to help him grieve and find understanding. Because when bad things happen to us, because we're human, when bad things happen to us, we tend to get mad about it and then we want to go fuck shit up.
Yeah,
Prayer helps you figure out why this is a part of your journey
right.
so that you won't be so mad about it and miserable about it. So if for people that don't understand what prayer is for, is to help you not be fucking miserable. It's to help relieve your heart of a lot of the shit that we go through in this world. Like everybody has their own sob story. Like we all literally everybody done been through some shit. If you ask a person that's born rich, they're gonna have their same sad story. They're just gonna have a rich version of a struggle for them. Like my dad wouldn't take me to school. He made me walk to the school that was right on the corner because he wouldn't drive me in his Bentley every day. Like, bitch, I wish I had the Bentley. I wish I had the school on the corner because I had
Yeah,
to catch 3 buses. Like
right.
you get, but we can't compare our shit. So spirituality is more so the understanding of knowing that your walk with God is specific to you and what you and Him got going on.
And it's
It's
also knowing yourself.
Yeah,
It's all about self as well. Spirituality is being in tune into the elements around you and also yourself.
yeah, for sure.
And tune into your inner self as far as your chakras, as far as meditating, as far as the gifts that God fucking created for us
Yeah,
that serve certain purposes.
purposes,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying?
We
So
find your purpose out here.
yeah, so it's like all of it is tuned into one. So I don't see how you can't be both. Isn't
Well, I don't think
like
that it's not that they
like
feel
when
like
you're a
they.
Christian, don't they say what I caught the spirit? You know what I'm saying? Or
But those same Christians will be the ones that be like, you can't come to church if you gay. You can't come to church with a skirt on. You can't, or with a
I
skirt
think
this
all that's
high.
changing.
I think that's why people are so anti-religion or so anti-God now. There's so many atheists now. There's so many people that don't believe in God now and don't believe in prayer because there's this whole mass generation of Christians that are super like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. You're gonna go to hell,
though.
and it's like you about to go to hell for telling me that I'm about to go to hell. You don't know what to tell. You don't know what God saw or predicted for this person's future or whatever. Like the whole thing about weed, like God is not you have to come to church this way. God is not you have to act this way. God is not you have to be this way.
They come
God
as
is
you are, right?
constantly, God is only constantly seek to understand me and what I want because what I want for you is the best way for everyone. What I want for you is love for everybody. What God is love. So that's why you can't say you don't know God or whatever. If you got even a little bit of love in your heart for anybody, that's love. God is simply just love, like the good in things. If it's bad, it's bad. If you see an old lady walking down the street, she drop $100. You got a choice to either pick up the $100 and step on that bitch and pick it up, and be like, I just came up with $100,
Right.
or you gonna be like, hey, out, put your wallet up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Get your shit together. You know what I'm
I
saying?
more so do that because
I'm gonna do
I
that.
want the blessings coming at
I
the
want
end.
the black because you take that five. I mean, you take that one, you're gonna lose 500.
Right.
By the end of that week, you're gonna lose five.
Right.
But you have to have faith that you can't do that. You can't just be like, oh, I'm not gonna do it, but the minute you get the opportunity, you still gonna do it.
Right.
Or you think that, oh, it's not 100, it's only $10. So I'm not gonna lose no five. You're gonna lose 50 though. You gonna still lose the five. You have to really have faith that and believe that your principles and what you put out in this world, the energy, the actions that you show in this world will come back to you. And God sees everything. God knows everything. He hears everything. You think you getting away with doing some slick shit to somebody? Not. He sees it. That's what having a relationship, the constant, like, conscious voicing, that voice in the back of your head that's constantly telling you, like, don't do that, man. Don't cuss this bitch out in traffic. Don't put your hands on that person.
Right.
Don't do this. Following that voice in your head. Holding yourself accountable. Stop worrying about what everybody else doing with they shit and what they business is, and if they walk a god, if they cursing today or whatever the fuck they doing. What you did today? What you doing today? How are you affecting change?
Yeah. Real shit.
That's what I think God is. Good. God is good. Add another O. God is good. That's what I think God is. Stop making this shit so fucking difficult.
Real shit.
Real shit.
No distractions.
No distractions.
I know what it is.
All right, we're gonna go into our next segment, the conspiracy of
Bang,
marriage
bang,
in
bang,
America.
bang, bang.
Do we need to get married to be fucking? Do we need to be married to be happy, to have the American dream? Do we want the American dream? Lloyd, what do you think?
Niggas jumped over, bro.
They say you fucking with me? Cool, I'm fucking with you. Let's do this shit for the rest of our life. Let's have some kids.
Yeah.
And let's have sex. So who is the determiner of whether or not really that we're married? Just because we have to do it through the government and have a license behind it so that they can calculate and add our credit reports up together and give us a total score together. And, you know, connect our bank accounts and stuff like that. Who decided that? That was they asked. They like, hey, y'all not married unless y'all do it through us. Like, and Michigan ain't even a common
Real
law
shit.
state.
Real shit though.
For real.
That
Like,
is real.
so
like,
in my mind, the way I see it is, if I decide to ever get married, I don't know. It depends on where I'm gonna be at in that point in my life. But I've never wanted to get married through the government.
right.
So in my mind, it's like, no, we gotta be here.
Yeah, because when you get married to the government, you're gonna pay for the wedding, and then you're gonna pay to leave the motherfucker, which
Yes, you
is kind of
is.
fucking stupid.
How? And then this is my thing too. If you want us to, that's my business. If me and this nigga married, that's our business. Y'all can just know we together. Why we gotta tell y'all if we at that point? And
I
then
mean,
okay,
that's how it is in the hood, though. Period.
but
Motherfuckers
for
be
like
together for like
okay,
18 years and,
and
ain't never
they
got
never
married.
man.
But in their mindset,
They locked in.
when they introduce the other person to someone else, hey, this is my wife. I was with her for 5+ years. This is my wife, guys.
Come on now. Come on now. Who said that we had to involve them in our business? And
Right.
then, okay, even if I do you a favor and I involve you in my business, I'm like, all right, come on, y'all can be a part of this. We'll let y'all know. I do you a favor and let you know that he mine and I'm his, so that everybody else can go and double check in case I ever want to, do anything or he ever want to do anything. Everybody can look it up. It's public record now that we're married.
Right.
So he can't go and marry nobody else or go and lie to nobody else and tell them just any old thing now. So I tell you all of our business and let you in on our business. And you bitches want to text me when we decide we not happy no more. We want to break up. Get the fuck out of here, dog. I should have never fucked with y'all in the first place. This relationship is too expensive at this point. For real.
Now, fuck it, we gotta stay together.
Fuck it. Now we gotta stay together.
Damn, now we married 20 more years.
God
'Cause niggas can't
damn.
afford a goddamn divorce.
Yes. Come on, man. Not prenups and shit like that. I'm not saying that legal measures. I respect the principle and the concept behind legal measures because it keeps shit fair. But a lot of shit is poppycock. A lot of shit is bullshit. It's a lot of scandals. It's a lot of schemes in that shit.
But hold on, wait. How? So you're a woman,
Mm-hmm.
and you all about equal opportunity, right?
Right.
So if taking all right, so this will go into, I guess, pro governor shit on marriage, right? So you are a woman, you've been with a guy, and before you was with the guy, he didn't have anything. While you've been with the guy, he just out of nowhere just made a huge financial leap and got a lot of money, due to a lot of things you may have helped with. By law, through marriage, he's entitled to give you half of that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you go to the way that you're speaking on it, stating that, that's bullshit. If he don't give you anything, how you feel about that? Like, do you feel like, because honestly, time is everything. And, that's the one thing we're not going to get back. So, me, I can't speak on, on women like that, but just to put myself in that position,
Mm-hmm.
if I was with a woman and I done taught this woman how to do something and this woman just grew and turned that shit into a fucking brand and
Okay.
making $1 million off that, and we never legally got married and we break up and she just states that, oh, you're not getting shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? She hit me with that.
But I
I will
stand on
feel
a
like,
prenup though. I don't have a problem with legal
but there's
measures.
no prenup in doing it the way you stated that we do it.
In the event that a prenup is only a legal document that's specifically for married people.
Right.
You can have a contract through a business and it's the same you can have the contracts outside of
But
your
what I'm
marriage
saying
and be
is,
together.
but what I'm saying is, the nigga,
Mm-hmm.
you and the nigga was together for 20 years,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
In the last 5 years, this nigga started booming. Of y'all 20-year relationship. So
Okay.
year 15, he started booming.
Okay.
Money started progressing. Boom, 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 boom. More money, more money, more money, more money. And I know where this nigga like, I'm done. I ain't fucking with you no more. And get the fuck on. Now all that money that was constantly generating is gone. I ain't got no legal documents indicating that you get anything. So this dude,
Why wouldn't we though?
how would you?
From the beginning, I put my name on the dotted line. I make myself a payee. I make myself a
How?
trustee. From the beginning, when you register the business, you make sure you're on the documents too. If I know I'm
That
not
shit
married
ain't
to,
realistic.
how
That shit
is
don't.
it? That's exactly what women been doing since the beginning of time,
But that
motherfucker.
shit don't. I'm
If
just
you're
saying.
not
I said
married,
year 15. Year 15, this ain't shit been popping. Year 15, this nigga came up with this idea based on a lot of conversations y'all had in bed or whatever. But also, you stayed at home with the kids to make sure this shit happened. To where he can go out and grind and do everything. There was no legal documents signed. There was no joint.
why? What? That's
anything.
her fault then. So that's her fault.
In reality,
That's her fault. Then, if from the beginning, like I said, a
in
prenup
reality,
only
nobody really thinking like that.
only protects you because, in reality, women do think that.
How?
Women think because it's a lot of women that's not married to. It's a lot of women that have to think that way, as opposed to
It's a
because
lot of women
it's
that
a lot of women that have to think that way because there's not men that's so eager to marry women anymore because
right.
the statistics on marriage and successful marriages have dropped substantially. So men are afraid to make that step, and nobody's pressuring them to. And these women not pressuring them to. But in the meantime and in between time, you have to protect yourself. So these women are protecting themselves. Women are boss bitches. We are signing our lines on sign. We not worried about now. Was there a time?
It can be another. It can be vice versa. It can be the
either
dude.
way,
Either way it go.
either way it go. You have to
Without
sign
that
your
marriage. So that marriage.
no, yeah, marriage don't protect you. The prenup,
That's
the paper
protecting you.
protects you.
No,
The
even if
prenup protects you. The marriage doesn't protect you because if you don't have the prenup, like you said, he can walk away with whatever he wants
you
to.
ain't even gotta fucking have a prenup for that shit for you to get something. You don't gotta
You
have a
don't
prenup.
have a prenup
You don't
to
gotta
get
have
some.
to sign a prenup. It gotta be a mutual agreement between both parties in order to make sure some type of justice was formed, right?
Mhm.
So
What happens in the event?
without you
What
having
happens in
that,
the event that the two mutual parties don't agree? They have to go to court.
yeah, they're
They
gonna go to
see a
court.
mediator first.
Yeah.
You go to a mediator first.
Yeah.
If you can't, if the mediator rules y'all irreconcilable side of you get y'all know what the fuck I'm saying.
But that's through traditional marriage. That's through the government. If we go the hood route and
You're
say
not
I'm
going the
with you,
hood route.
if I say I'm with you 20 years, we never got married, but I tell everybody you my wife, but in reality you're not my wife, you ain't getting shit.
How?
'Cause I'm
If
not
you
gonna
walk
give
away
it
from
to
me,
you.
if you walk away from me and I signed a contract from the beginning that
we never spoke of a contract.
listen to me.
I'm telling you, if a contract is not written out, You're not thinking about that if you're with a person. You just
That's
being
not
real.
that's not true. You're
You're
saying that
not thinking about
you're
that.
correlating.
You're
You're
not. Come on now.
correlating just because that it's
Ladies, are y'all really think you're not thinking about that in the beginning? You thinking you're gonna be with this nigga forever.
and if she's thinking about forever, she's thinking about a contract.
You. Most women don't
They
think
are.
like you.
If and at the end of the day, the point of the contract is because you know you're not marrying this nigga. This nigga not marrying
that
me no
nigga
time
Kanye
soon.
say?
Let me make sure I do what I need to do and sign my and put my percentages where the
That nigga
fuck they
Kanye
need to
said,
go.
while y'all washing, watch him. And when he get on to your ass for a white girl, she ain't get shit.
That's why that paperwork gonna be right.
How the paperwork gonna be right if you
Because
ain't doing shit through the state?
The paperwork that you the business, he can't create the business without doing it through the state. How are you not doing it through the state?
Why?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? When he goes, when
If
y'all
he
first
didn't
meet,
put your
when
name
y'all
on
he
shit,
did. That's why you sit right there.
how
Hey,
he put
babe,
your name on it?
Because you told him to. If I'm working with you, you about to pay me. You about to give me my pros. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm about to get my percentage. What are you talking about?
That's 10% of the people who do these traditional hood.
But you know what? At the end of the day, this is what the fuck they
weddings.
want. It ain't no hood wedding.
So where we're married after 10 years, we're considered married. If we're gonna do that,
Michigan not even a common law state. You're not even considered married to the eyes of the government. Any business that you try to do, regardless of how long you've been in the same residency as this person, you're going to have to file single or married or whatever the other, the other one, divorced, widow, whatever. You're going to have to pick that, and it's not going to change based on the term of that residency. It's never going to change.
But both,
and when you sign that, you put that you're single and you put that he's single because y'all technically not married,
right?
And you put that you want 50 or 60 or 70%, and he put his percentage. It doesn't matter how, if it's 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, however the fuck long it take for you to decide you want to leave me for another bitch, I'm still going to get my 70 fucking percent, bitch. Bye. It doesn't matter.
With that money
the
comes
fuck
power.
Are you talking about?
If that money is in my name and I got the power,
and
with
you
that
decide
money,
to leave the contract, you're in breach of contract.
I'm gonna get ain't no contract. There's no contract.
You fucking with a bitch that's not gonna put
that nobody witnessed.
So you saying that you gonna fuck with a bitch who's too dumb to have a notary. Okay, good to know.
I'm just saying, a lot of bitches ain't gonna think of that.
I don't know what bitches, what part of the city you fucking with, but bitches think about that. I don't know the hoes that you fucking with, but bitches now, women now, we thinking.
Hey, that's beautiful. I would love to see that.
We got signing agents, we got notaries, we got all of that.
I would love to see that. But to the common housewife or house baby mama or whatever, they're not thinking that. So they invest.
You know how many housewomen don't got? You know how many housewomen be having 150K in the secret account?
I don't know many.
That a nigga don't even know about.
I don't know many. You know many?
Tell me
how many you know.
I know. I know some. 2.
All right.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
2. If every person, if every other woman, if every 2 women out of 5, that's a good odd.
You can't say 2 out of 5 when you know a lot of women and you only say 2 that got that.
That's true.
So what the fuck? That's 2 out of fucking 100,000. The fuck? That's not a good percentage.
I know. If you've ever watched the movie, What's Love Got to Do with It?
Okay.
Man, Angela Bassett taught your ass. Angela Bassett taught your ass to have your shit together. It depending on what type of woman your mama is, she taught you to have your shit.
Right.
Like you gotta make sure that just like when they tell you don't go live with a man, you don't go and live with a man who got his name on the lease, just his name on the lease, because he can put you the fuck out.
I wouldn't mind marriage through the state though. I mean, if I feel like I met that person, I want to be with them. Why not? Why wouldn't I want to guarantee that if I leave, everything that I have go to this person? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I think of it. Like, if something were to happen to me and I'm with this person, if I choose to do that with somebody, I plan to do that one time only.
That's how I feel too.
And if I'm doing that one time, I want to spend my life with this person.
That's how I feel.
And I want to make sure this person is financially set, if anything.
So what y'all think about? What y'all think about? Because I think a lot of marriage is tied to your spirituality or your religion. like whichever one you pick. Because I've already decided I can't fuck with you if you don't have a spiritual like walk with God. If you don't believe in something good, because you could fall for anything. I feel like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying. Your principles, your ability to be distracted and to find pleasure in the grass not being green on the other side. I feel like that's all based on what you believe in. If you don't
Right.
have shit to believe in, a nigga just walking around feeling like fuck the world or whatever, no value to life. That's probably not somebody you can create a future with.
That's real.
Do y'all think that marriage is something that you can do and be successful in these days? Is it something that you're scared to so you try to invest your time in? Um, a lot of shit is based on social media these days.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting rid of mine. Too many distractions for me. Too many damn distractions. But to answer your question, I feel like I could, but I gotta find somebody, or I gotta feel like this person is equally yoked. You know, like we gotta be equally yoked, and if we not, we gotta learn. You know, teach each other to where we could, you know, obviously become that. You got to be able to become one. You know what I'm saying? You can have different, you know, religions or different faiths or whatever, but you got to be able to become one. You got to agree on one common thing. And honestly, that I feel like no matter what, but I do feel like I never seen a Muslim be with a Christian without one of them becoming the other.
The other way, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it could happen like that. It could be this person this way, this person that way. But because y'all both believe in God, y'all come together like that. Like, I mean, because Allah is God, God is Allah, Creator. You know,
Yeah.
we all believe in the same thing. We just got different messages, like I stated. Um, One thing that I feel is weird is, did you know that, and you know, part of the massacre that happened in Buffalo, you know, that
Mhm.
was at the supermarket or whatever. One of the people who died was someone, the second person in history to make an engine that runs off water. You
No,
know,
I didn't know that.
yeah. So that's fucking crazy that this shooting happens. This shooter didn't die. You know, this shooting was obtained. So he didn't die,
Hmm.
but this person who invented a a form of transportation, you know, to create a car or a motor or engine to run off water, natural resources. Like that's fucking crazy. Like,
Yeah.
you know, the first guy that did this what, back in 1998, he died. He made a
Mm.
motor running off water, and he was set to meet with the Pentagon, and
Some shit happened.
he mysteriously got into a car accident and died. This guy went grocery shopping. Mysteriously, a fucking random guy walked in and killed everybody in that particular grocery store that he was shopping in that day. After he made it viral that he's gonna go, after he got to showing people, he showed people in his neighborhood first to show that this works. Crazy, right? And
Very
then it get a little
crazy.
deeper. What's guy's name? Devon or Deron, the guy of Shark Tank, the black guy. He taking over the proceeds. He going to pay for the funeral, going to pay for security for the family. Crazy, right? This shit
Hmm.
all ties into one. He knows something. He obviously knows something. You know, he
Man,
can. He's a Shark Tank.
Shark Tank.
So obviously, if he want to pick up on idea, he could
He
actually
quick
do it and pay some fucking scientists to put this
to.
shit together. This regular nigga did this shit in
Mhm.
his garage. Maybe you guys can do it. Here's some money to do it. He ain't
Damn.
about to touch that shit. He's gonna be the
Damn.
next motherfucker on the hit list. So that's part of the conspiracy, man. Why is the world so damn greedy to where we're gonna keep sucking the
Every
world
look,
dry
man.
of its natural resources, you know, as far as oil and other things, to pollute the air, to continue to cause global warming, to continue to limit the life expectancy on Earth. You know, how long
Population
it's gonna
control.
last. Yeah.
Shit sad, bro.
Shit is crazy. When
That
we can
shit is
use
weird,
water,
though. That shit is
if
trippy.
we use the water, we have cleaner air, you know, that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna limit or, you know, sort of kind of control the climate change, you
Mm-hmm.
know, add a change to that. then we're using the water that's obviously, I mean, I don't know if you've been to the beach lately, but there's not much sand. From
Right.
what I said when I was little, it was a lot of sand at Belle Isle or
Right.
Metro Park.
Right.
Not much sand like that anymore. It's like
Right.
we're backed up all the way to the grass now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird that you wouldn't take that to actually.
And I can only imagine the economic effect that would have us switching over to and not having to pay for gas in those expenditures and that whole market, like the oil industry
I would love that.
is a huge component of the American economy or the global economy. So in the event that we were to lose that or created a difference in it of such a substantial effect of as far as like car economics
All right.
and transmissions, that will be very interesting to see.
Man, imagine knowing you gotta fill up your tank. Like, hold on, hey, turn on that water real quick. You go grab the water hose, put that motherfucker in your.
Ooh, what?
That'd be so beautiful.
Yeah,
Water
what?
bill will probably be a little higher, but I don't give a fuck. I
The
take
water
that.
bill would definitely be a little bit higher, but we all right with that. Fuck it,
I
man.
take that.
Damn, I'm tired of them damn oil stains in my fucking driveway anyway.
But hey, it probably run out faster though.
Who knows? Who knows? Because
But
why? Because as I'm sure there's some type of component in there that they would use to make it, you know, hydraulic to where it circulates.
it's probably gonna run out a little faster though. Oil is thicker than water.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Blood is thicker than water.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. On that note, we want to thank y'all so much for tuning into Real Shit No Distractions. Make sure y'all follow us on everything. RSND Podcast. Again, that's RSND Podcast. Go online, subscribe.
We
Fuck with
appreciate
us. Share, like, comment, give us some feedback on what y'all thought about today's episode. What do you think about the red light?
y'all. Hey, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. It was our pleasure to tune you out of your regular distractions and letting you pay attention to this real shit. Okay.
Nobody
Nobody deserved to be distracted, but everybody deserved to hear this
It that
real
real
shit.
shit.
You heard me?
Yeah.